Hey there guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with episode 2 of Engage Kiss. So, after the first episode, I decided to watch this on a little bit more. I am intrigued by the setting, and the fact that it is an original does also play into my decision as to wanting to look at it a little bit more. Now, I know this episode is a bit late. Sorry, I had some stuff, really busy nowadays, but I will still try to get these episodes out on time. I think this time it's a little bit of an exception, so don't worry guys. In any case, I'm really curious not only for the the world setting and whatnot, but also since it originally styled itself as a romance. I'm quite curious to see if there actually is going to be like this sort of freeway romance between Shu and Kisara and Ayano, right? Although even though they say that, typically in situations like this, it's always going to be the new girl that has the advantage. So which would mean Kisara, right? And I've seen my fair share of these sort of like supernatural works where this normal guy gets put into a supernatural situation, and it's typically the ones like the demon girls or the succubus or the android girl or the alien girl or whatnot. That's the one that has the main advantage over your normal human girl, right? So hopefully it's not going to be like that obvious, and we'll still have some fun. And in any case, let's just get into the episode and see how exactly this is going to play out. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Well, yeah, congratulations. You got the key now. By the way, since you are a demon, why are you like a high school girl? Oh. If you really did want to do that, you'd have to take off your top as well, girl. Oh. Okay, this is Helka, right? And the craft, I guess. Okay, I guess those are the other companies. Well, they're certainly giving Ayano a lot of screen time, but again, I wouldn't really get my hopes up too high in a situation like this. Ooh, priestess girl, right? I'm kind of like curious about that one. Scramble, okay. Valley Kali Scramble? Scramble for whose boyfriend? Something like that? Never mind. Hmm. Kind of curious. I mean, judging from the opening, right? We definitely kind of see that Kisara definitely has sort of like have an advantage, but it wasn't really just a one horse race. Definitely a yandere character. Wait, you guys aren't living together? I thought you guys were living together. Are you sure you actually got anything? It's called net 30. After you receive the invoice and then another 30 days. Secret girlfriend. All right. Oh my god. Oh, hello. Although since I saw him in the opening, so that means he's going to be a recurring character, eh? Oh, he's the student council president? Alright. Huh. The way that he appeared and the way that he's drawn makes it seem like an EK main character. But it seems that the other girls aren't putting up with his bullshit either. Son of the mayor, eh? Okay. I guess people know like his true character, eh? Although since he looks like this, I guess it's not exactly that hard. More to the point, why are you over here? You would, I would have thought that. Yeah. Oh, all right. So I guess this isn't a case where people will overlook him just because he's handsome and he's rich, eh? Oh, that's how I know. Look at it. Look at the jiggles. No, you definitely, you definitely feel more like a completely scum boyfriend, a completely scum ex-boyfriend. She definitely still has a soft spot for him. Why did you really? Oh, so she's the one follower that's following her. Okay, I see. Great, they're both his daughters? The mayor's daughters, I mean. Oh, actually, that that voice, that's Onishisauri. That's one of my favorite voice actresses. Yeah, yeah, father. Uh, I think I recognize this girl's voice as well. More to the point, though, like the mayor being, the father, and then his two daughters being the deputy mayors. Is that seems really really fishy? A bit via designation. Dang. Yeah, they're actually going quite deep into like all sorts of this like government contracting process and whatnot. A bid by designation would be a case where you open up an auction, a bidding process, but only to selected bidders. Oh, so he is working as a. I guess his former colleague. Dang. She's trying to. Uh, she's trying. She's trying to take it back. The leftovers. So, is this the son of the second wife? Mm. So they can't. So they can't carry heavy weapons, basically. I'm guessing. Hmm? You're supposed to be on duty right now, man. Like, what kind of like security are you when you're not even there when the person you're protecting is like on stage right now? Really? Why? Did I miss something? Okay, clean energy, right? I see. Hmm, okay. So Shu's entire family was killed by demons? Yeah. I mean, with all the gunshots going off, they definitely, even those that don't know there are demons would definitely know there are. Rip it! Yeah! Nice. You know, every badass heroine has got to do that sometime. Does regular weaponry actually work? catching the line. Wait, so if they order something, it instantly appears in their hands or something? They're just like completely ignoring him. Oh, how does he know? I don't know, like, there's... Oh, press it. Yeah. What? That's the express delivery? What the actual hell here? Holy shit. Like, Amazon move aside, Zipline move aside. Like, this is the actual delivery service you want. Holy crap. I mean, you guys still have 3,000, right? I thought they said that they were gonna pay each of them 3,000. Ah, okay. Uchida Aya. I see. I was like, one of both sisters I kind of recognize. One was Onishisari, the other was Uchida Aya. Okay, this is the first time we actually see this ending, so just for this once, I'll watch it on the actual reaction part. You know, this guy is definitely giving me some like Gintama vibes, honestly. Okay, you know what? I think I think this is actually going to be like a rivalry instead of like as I was kind of like not. Okay, okay. You know, just the fact that Ayano is also appearing in these scenes like whatnot. This definitely gives me much more hope that it's not just going to be like the normal kind of you know, like harem rom-coms or whatnot where the main girl is quite obvious from the very beginning. But in any case, I'll talk more about that after this. Alright, second episode in, and I gotta say, I am warming more and more up to it, right? And the first episode was already quite nice, I like the premise and all that, but the second episode is showing even more promise, right? And the promises come from really two parts for me. One is the absolute ridiculousness of some of the situations, like getting an order on I'm assuming that's not the normal, like, network, right? Probably those that are doing, like, anti-demon work have their own kind of, like, special service, so they can buy weaponry and whatnot through the internet, through their smartphones and whatnot, and then it actually gets delivered instantly to them right as they are about, right when they need it, right? Like, forget Amazon Prime and all that kind of stuff, right? This is not like 1 day delivery. This is like 1 minute delivery, if you will. That's awesome, actually. And by the way, I went back, and so apparently it was supposed to be $3,000 for both of them, not each. So yeah, they are definitely penniless already, and that just puts them. Although I think that's a good thing, because that just brings Ayano more and more into the mix, right? So anyways, that was the first part. I like that part where they have this absolute ridiculous stuff going on. And the of course the piano animations were great as usual, but then the second part, actually, and it's also kind of like what I'm hoping for, is in sort of like the interpersonal relationships between the three main characters here, because as I said at the very beginning, I have my doubts as to how exactly this is going to progress, right? Typically when we have a series like this one, it's always going to be the one who's non-human, or who's there's this saying that the new girl is always the one that gets the win at the end, right? And it's like a common trope in a lot of rom-coms, like if you have like a childhood friend characters, or like the original girl, and then suddenly one day some transfer student comes, or it's like an alien, or it's like a demon girl, it's like a non-human girl, some supernatural girl, all those kinds of stuff, right? And it suddenly comes in and completely turns the main character's life upside down and whatnot, and that's typically the girl that's going to be the end route, right? But in this case, I think they are actually actively trying to make it at least seem to be going to be like an interesting race here. Like, typically with a lot of these kind of things, obviously what I'm talking about here is, in my mind, if we are going to go through the cliche route, Kisara is definitely the one who is basically the confirmed girl, if you will. Like, they can leave it ambiguous at the beginning or whatnot, but it typically always ends up her in the very end. But here, both in the opening scene and also in the endings as well, like the opening and the ending, we get to see Ayano, really have much more of a prominent role than originally expected. So, you really get the idea that this is going to be like a three-way relationship. And the end, who knows, it could be like still going to be choosing Kisara at the very end, or perhaps because she is some sort of like, I guess she's just demon possessed, not necessarily a demon herself, right? So it's hard to say, but there's also the argument that maybe in the end of all of this, Kisara is just going to revert to being back a demon or something of that sort. So it's going to be Ayano, or we could have the three-person ending, the coveted three-person ending that really is super rare, and I've only seen like less, like, I guess I can count on one hand like how many times that has actually happened in either manga or in anime. So that also pleases me as well, that they aren't going with the sort of cop-out for this particular development of the anime. I mean, after all, right, one of the original genres, one of the original tags that it had was romance, so hopefully they are going to keep it there. And we definitely did get a few of the classic rom-com situations here, like that selfie that Kisara uploaded to her social media, that of course Ayano is the only follower of. And by the way, like in the beginning, I was kind of like complaining to Kisara. I was like, girl, if you're going to make a photo like that, take your upper shirt off as well. And so after looking closely, they kind of debated us as well, because in the opening scene it definitely seemed like she still had her shirt on and everything, but in the actual picture though, she had completely like removed her bra and was like completely naked down there, so it really made it seem like she was just got off having intimate relations with Shu there. So I love it, right? This is the kind of stuff I live for. This is the kind of rom-com that I love to see, right? This kind of like deep devious sort of like rom-com. So I am quite satisfied on that as well. And obviously the story itself, it remains interesting, right? I'm not gonna say like it's groundbreaking or anything. I mean, obviously at this point in time, you kind of get the idea that the mayor's family, they're probably harnessing resources that are somewhat demon related in order to make this clean, free energy, right? And that's probably the root of all the problems and whatnot, and it's going to be like a cover-up. They're going to uncover it and so on and so forth. I mean, that part I feel like is going to be kind of cliche. I think we've been through enough different stories to kind of have an understanding of how it's going to go. I could be completely wrong. They might veer into a completely different direction, but this is an original work after all, so nobody really knows. But at this point in time, I'm definitely having the feeling that the mayor probably is tapping into energy sources that is related to the demons, and that is why there are demons here, and that is why, you have this sort of like high risk, high reward kind of industry here. And at the end of the day, is that really a bad thing? Right? No, who knows? I wouldn't really honestly, if we really did have like clean, free energy for the entirety of Earth, and all that needs is that you need to set up like some defense, anti-demon forces and whatnot, I think even in reality, probably all the entire world would jump on that opportunity in a second. All right, I guess to keep it under wraps is really a twofold kind of concern, right? One, obviously you don't want to incite general panic and whatnot, the existence of demons and so on and so forth. And number two, I think most importantly, why they are covering this up is because they don't really want to, the mayor's side, right? They don't really want to reveal like where the power is coming from, and that is why there is this cover up as well. So you guys see what I mean? It all kind of like makes sense in that way. I think that this should be a pretty straightforward storyline in terms of that. Now we do have some other mysteries as well, like Shu's past, like Kisara's past, and all that, which I'm sure we're going to get into later. But at this point in time, this episode actually improved my perception of this series, so good on them, and hopefully they keep it up, and we will continue to get some good stuff coming out of this. Anyways, that is it for now. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully as scheduled. I'll try to do my best, and well, I'll just see you guys next time. Bye bye.